Hong Kong, NYTIMES, Mr. Bai Shishao has a debt problem that is bigger than his salary, and that is a problem for the rest of China, too. Mr. Bai, a 30-year-old Beijing deliveryman, has borrowed heavily from China's growing ranks of online cash lenders. In a country that lacks reliable ways to tell who might be a good borrower, these lenders use artificial intelligence and oddly personal data, such as tracking how fast prospective borrowers type on their phones, to determine who will pay them back. With Mr. Bai, they have failed. First he borrowed to start a business. When that went bust, he borrowed to bet on coal, rapeseed oil and sugar on China's futures markets. Soon, Mr. Bai began borrowing from one lender to pay another. Today, Mr. Bai is more than $5,000 $6,713, in debt, on a salary of less than $600 $805, a month. It's like gambling, said Mr. Bai, a university dropout who has cycled through a series of menial jobs including security guard and waiter. You start to gamble, soon you get addicted to it. With more than $100 billion worth of loans and rising worries among Chinese consumers about privacy, Beijing is moving to rein in a freewheeling, well-funded boom in online personal loans. In November, the People's Bank of China, the country's central bank, stopped companies and people from starting new online cash lending platforms. In early December, the China Banking Regulatory Commission said it would crack down on unlicensed cash loan companies and put a lid on high-interest loans. China's small loans are piling up. More than 8,600 companies offer some form of small loan, and about $145 billion of those debts remain unpaid, according to the People's Bank of China. Other estimates run as high as $392 billion, according to the Boston Consulting Group. The government does not track default rates among online lenders, which disclose little on their own. We are worried that in an environment where there is no effective credit system, people tend to overborrow, especially when capital comes in, said Mr. Bai Qinjiu, an executive at the China Association of Microfinance, who is no relation to Mr. Bai Shishao. These lenders originally emerged as a solution to that problem, how to lend to people with no credit history. By most estimates, that could total about 1 billion people. China turned to the fast-moving technology sector. Today, thousands of Chinese apps offer cash or financing, often within seconds, based on a wide array of sometimes deeply personal information. China's biggest internet companies and financial names are funding the effort. 2 years ago, the central bank asked China's most successful internet companies, including affiliates of sophisticated online giants Tencent Holdings and the Alibaba Group, to create their own credit rating systems. Since then, it has declined to issue licenses that would formalize those systems, and officials have indicated in local news reports that the plan has fallen short of expectations. Last month, November, an Internet Financial Association affiliated with the People's Bank of China announced plans to start a system that would crunch data from China's big tech firms. Few details were provided.